Welcome to all in your own channel NCERT Teaching. I am Dr. Kailash Mina and today we are going to discuss about differences between prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. See, in our previous class we have discussed about a general structure of a cell, and we have seen this type of sketch of a general cell, and then we also discussed a general structure of a prokaryotic cell. So in a eukaryotic cell we have a cell membrane typically, although we have another type of cell. Let me draw that also, that will also help us in better understanding of eukaryotic cells. So in a we will discuss this thing later. So in a eukaryotic cell we have a membrane enclosed nucleus. Actually it is double membrane bound, that is why I am making these double membranes, and it have few extensions also. But in a prokaryotic cell there is no nucleus, so it only have a thread like structure intertwined with some structural proteins that we have discussed in our previous class. This thread is called DNA. This DNA or the genetic material is essential for any cell. So eukaryotic cells also have DNA, but in a closed compartment of membranes. This closed compartment is called nucleus along with its membrane. So both of the cells, the prokaryotic cell and the eukaryotic cells, both of the cells have DNA, but the arrangement of DNA is different in both of the cells. So we can say this cell have a nucleus, this cell don't have any nucleus, but you can easily see that the content is the same in both cells. We cannot say that this cell is lacking DNA, although it is not having membrane bound DNA. Then, as we have discussed previously, that eukaryotic cells have many membrane bound closed compartments, and they perform their essential tasks within these compartments. So in a eukaryotic cell we have compartmentalization. It means it have many different compartments for different functions. For example, it have a lysosome for degrading unwanted materials, lysosome. For lysis or degradation. It have mitochondrion or plural mitochondria for production of energy. Singular mitochondrion, plural mitochondria. So it have several mitochondria for production of energy. It have this extended membrane of nucleus or membrane bound structure, which is called endoplasmic reticulum. It is a slightly difficult name for beginners, so I will write ER, endoplasmic reticulum in short. This is what we call ER. ER means endoplasmic endoplasmic reticulum. In short, we can write it ER, endoplasmic reticulum. So here you can see there are some grains or there are some particles which are attached on the surface of this ER. Both of them are ER. So we will call this ER as rough endoplasmic reticulum, because the surface is rough because of some particles, and this we can also write as smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So eukaryotic cell have many compartments, and both of the endoplasmic reticulum are doing some synthesis work. So they synthesize some molecules in a cell. So these particles are called, let me draw these particles in this cell also. So this cell, this prokaryotic cell don't have endoplasmic reticulum, but it do have ribosomes. That I wanted to point it out. Means only compartmentalization is missing, otherwise ribosomes are there and all things are there. So ribosomes, and these particles or these cell organelles, some scientists or some books consider these as cell organelles. So these cell organelles synthesizes proteins. So ribosomes are essential for making proteins. So we can say both cells are making proteins, but this cell is making proteins with these ribosomes attached on the surface of rough endoplasmic reticulum, and this cell is synthesizing protein with the help of these ribosomes. Of course, the ribosomes of prokaryotic cells will be small and the ribosomes of eukaryotic cells will be large comparatively. So this is how we can see that okay, this cell and this cell, means both of the cells are having essential components but arranged in a different manner. So sometimes I also believed that if prokaryotic cell don't have nucleus, so it means it doesn't have DNA. That is not true. It have DNA, but in another type of proteins without membrane. So we call this DNA systematically arranged in prokaryotic cell as nucleoid. Here we call it nucleus with membrane. Here we call it nucleoid. So this is the difference between prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell, the compartmentalization. And we have another compartment. I will make that compartment in this cell. Both of the cells are same, only shape is different. Again cell membrane. Let me draw that also. It will be helpful for you. Again nucleus with extended rough and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. With mitochondria. Same, I am making same cell again but with a different shape, with mitochondria and lysosomes. One difference is this structure which is called chloroplast. So now you can easily assume that this is a plant cell. So this is a plant cells do have chloroplast. Animal cells don't have any chloroplast or plastids. Chloroplast comes under a big category which is called plastids. Then they have some large vacuoles also. We will discuss that also. So we have many types of prokaryotic cells and many types of eukaryotic cells also. So we will see diversity in eukaryotic cells because we are familiar with eukaryotic organisms. So this is a plant cell, this is an animal cell, and many protista also. We will discuss these terms. For these terms may be difficult for beginners. So for a typical eukaryotic cell, we can say that these cells have many cell organelles. Rough endoplasmic reticulum, smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Rough means having ribosomes on the surface of endoplasmic reticulum. So each compartment have its own function. Here this chloroplast performs photosynthesis. So we have chloroplast for performing photosynthesis in plants. We have mitochondria in both type of cells for energy production. We have lysosomes for degrading materials. We have endoplasmic reticulum, rough and smooth, for making fats, for making proteins. And we also have, while these cells are synthesizing proteins and other materials, we also have another cell organelle which is called Golgi body in both type of cells. So we have another type of cell organelle which is called Golgi body. This cell organelle transports materials in the cell. So when these endoplasmic reticulums, rough and smooth, makes some material, those materials transported towards Golgi body with some spherical membrane bound structures, and then Golgi body receives those materials and then resend them to their destination. So cells produce many type of materials, and most of them are required for cell also, and many of them required to go out from the cell. So Golgi decides this task. So here my aim is to show that eukaryotic cells have many compartments for each type of function. They have different compartment for energy production, mitochondria, another different compartment for food production in plants, chloroplast, another different compartment for fat production, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, protein production, rough endoplasmic reticulum, or particularly these particles which are called ribosomes, and sometimes they are called cell organelles also, and they of course have a nucleus for controlling cells activities. So there are an Golgi body for sorting out things, and many more. There are so many cell organelles, but I am showing here only major cell organelles. So each cell organelle have its own function. Prokaryotic cells don't have any type of cell organelles, but as I have discussed in my previous introductory class of cell, that prokaryotic cell can perform all the functions. Only the difference is there are no compartments, so it is also producing energy. This cell is also producing energy. This cell is also controlling cells activity. This cell is also making proteins, fats, lipids, all required things. And one more thing, it depends on cell also. It is a plant cell or animal cell or any other microscopic creature cells, or these are bacterial cells. Which bacteria? So according to the requirement, cells have some specializations also. Some cells cannot perform all the tasks, and they do have many special tasks. So my point here is, if we see two typical eukaryotic cells, animal cell and plant cell, rough sketches of course. And one more thing, they do also have this boundary which is called cell wall. So plant cells, here in this lecture we will discuss only the differences between prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell, but I made a plant cell because to give you an idea that eukaryotic cells may be of many types. Plus when we discuss about cell organelles or chloroplast, so it must be clear to you that chloroplast we will find only in plant cells, or other there are some microscopic creatures also which also have some chloroplast. So this cell wall only plant cells have, animal cells don't have this type of cell wall, and that is why you can see that plants are rigid, they can't move because of this rigid cell wall. So prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell, both of the cells perform all the essential functions, but eukaryotic cells have many compartments. So if you want to write differences between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells, let me make one table for this. So you can make a table in your notebook. This type of table, you can make 2 or 3 columns. You can add one more column, for example this serial number, prokaryotic cell, and eukaryotic cell. Okay, so what we will write in these columns? See what difference you are noticing. First difference is the major difference. Prokaryotic cells don't have a true nucleus. What do you mean by true nucleus? And information content with the cell with the nuclear membrane. So this structure with the nuclear membrane is called a nucleus. So we can simply say eukaryotic cells have nucleus, prokaryotic cells don't have any nucleus. Or we can say prokaryotic cells don't have nuclear membrane. That will be more true or more accurate because they do have DNA. Plus one more thing, eukaryotic cells have many DNAs. For example, if we take example of human cell, we have 46 DNAs in our cell, 46 DNA molecules intertwined with proteins. Those proteins are called histone proteins, we will learn in higher classes. So we have 46 DNA molecules, but most of the prokaryotic cells only have one DNA, major DNA. Otherwise there are some other circular DNA which are called plasmids, but that you will learn in higher classes. Here we have only one DNA molecule. This is also a difference. Prokaryotic cells have a single DNA molecule, eukaryotic cells have multiple DNA molecules. Prokaryotic cells are small, eukaryotic cells are large. They are actually very small. If you want comparison, then you can make a prokaryotic cell as a size of mitochondria. And many prokaryotic cells, they do have a cell wall also. I am making only rough sketches to give you an idea. Otherwise, prokaryotic cells also have. You will see in your textbooks a cell wall is also there in a prokaryotic cell, and you will notice some flagella also. Okay, because most of the time we are making a bacterial cell. So there are some other structures also. I am only focusing on the differences. So first difference, eukaryotic cells have a nuclear membrane, or we can say eukaryotic cell have a true nucleus, or we can say eukaryotic cell have a nucleus. And prokaryotic cells, they don't have nucleus, or they don't have nuclear membrane, or they don't have true nucleus. All things are same. True means having nuclear membrane. First difference. So first difference is about nuclear membrane. Okay, it is present here and absent in prokaryotic cells. You can make a good table also. You can make another column for characters, then prokaryotic, then eukaryotic, then you can write present or absent. I am making here only rough so that you can understand the main focus, main points of this lecture. Then second thing, they are small. So prokaryotic cells are small, eukaryotic cells are large comparatively. And let me tell you again, cells are microscopic. We cannot see cells without unaided eyes or naked eyes. We need an instrument which is called microscope. But there are few exceptions. Eggs, for example. Eggs you see in the market, they are actually single cells, but they are exceptions. And we cannot learn by seeing eggs about the structure of the cell. So third difference, single DNA molecule. So they have prokaryotic cells have single DNA molecule, and eukaryotic cells have multiple or more than one DNA molecules. More DNA molecules. Okay. Next thing what we are observing, compartmentalization. Okay. See these organelles, you will notice one thing, that many cell organelles only have one membrane. For example, lysosome have single membrane, Golgi body, endoplasmic reticulum have single membrane, but mitochondria and chloroplast, they have two membranes. If you notice, they have two membranes. So we have many type of cell organelles, these small compartments for different functions are called cell organelles. For example, we have organs in our body. In the same way, cell organelles in the cell. So we have three types of cell organelles. One, double membrane bound, another single membrane bound, or we can consider third type also, which is without membrane, for example ribosome. So if I say eukaryotic cells have cell organelles and prokaryotic cells don't have cell organelles, it means prokaryotic cells don't have membrane bound cell organelles, otherwise they do have ribosomes. So both of the cells have ribosomes because ribosomes have no membrane, otherwise rest of the cell organelles you will not see in the prokaryotic cells. But yes, prokaryotic cell is able to perform all the functions of a eukaryotic cell, or all the functions required for survival for this prokaryotic organism. So this thing we can write membrane bound cell organelles. Okay, they are present in eukaryotic cell and absent in prokaryotic cell. And you can write individually also. If you want to increase the points in the table, you can also write mitochondria present, mitochondria absent, chloroplast present, sometimes chloroplast absent, lysosome present, lysosome absent. You can write as you want to write, but the point is here is membrane bound cell organelles are absent in a prokaryotic cell. And one more interesting fact is that size, if you compare with, you will see the size of mitochondria and size of bacteria is the same. You will learn in higher classes that we eukaryotic organisms got our mitochondria from a bacteria. Actually our mitochondria is an ancient bacteria took shelter in our cells, but this is a very complicated theory. We will learn in higher classes when we will learn about evolution, but you can remember the size of a prokaryotic cell. Then what else we are noticing? So you can add as many points as you can. You can add cell wall also, that cell wall is present in prokaryotic cell, the cell wall is absent in some eukaryotic cell. And you can talk about type of cell wall also if you are in higher classes, that okay, prokaryotic cells have cell walls, some eukaryotic cells also have cell walls, but the type is different. But this thing we will learn in higher classes. So this is my general introduction of prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. And one more thing, if we talk about eukaryotic cells, if we take this lecture according to class 8 standard, first dedicated chapter we see in class 8, chapter number 8 for cells. Then we will see again in class 9th for cells, the fundamental unit of life. Then in class 11th, if you opt for biology, then we will have a detailed chapter, again chapter number 8 in class 11th. So if we want to consider this as beginner level or class 8 level, then there will be another I will arrange another class of differences between plant cell and animal cell. But here I made diagram. So here in this lecture you can notice difference between prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell, and if you are able to observe and notice, you will also notice some differences between plant cell and animal cell also. So here I will end my lecture. You can point out another differences also, and I hope I made clear some points between prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. Thank you for watching.